Hey, what's up, Rubber Mystics? It's Unique Divination, and I wanted to talk to y'all about Capricorns. So, I don't know if y'all know, I'm a Capricorn, and we be a little bit, well, I'm not gonna, we be a lot self-invested in ourselves. And I just wanted to take the time to connect with fellow Capricorns because I feel like they always doing Capricorns dirty, like in the world, in the streets, and social media. We always have these weird, I'm not gonna say weird, but just the same cliche things that people say about Capricorns, and I just kind of want to talk about some things, and see if most of it is true what they say about Capricorns, or can I bring something different to the table about us. So, Capricorn personality traits, I believe it's December 22nd to like January 19th or whatever, or 20th. Don't hold me to that. I didn't look. And I'm using the Clips recording app on my iPhone, which I have to hold the button to record in order for me to have this nice little background. So I'm not going to check anywhere, right? Y'all let me know in the comments. But me, myself, I am a December Capricorn. My birthday's the day after Christmas, 12/26. And my Taurus is a moon, so I'm double Earth, which is really crazy. But anyway, so I have a few things here to talk about Capricorn personality. So the first thing that I'm going to bring up, which everybody always brings up, is the fact that we are hardworking. So I will vouch for that. I know a lot of Capricorns. My mom's a Capricorn. That's all I attract really around me. And I will say that for the most part, we are hardworking. Another thing I really don't see people say too much about us is that we love to work smarter, not harder. So we are hardworking. We will put in the time. We will grind for it, but we're gonna find a smart way to do it. Like you're not gonna run me down, or you're not gonna slave me out like at work. I'm not gonna get slaved out. I'm gonna optimize any and everything I do as a Capricorn. So I think I want to replace hardworking. Well, no, I'm not gonna replace it, but I want to add to it optimizing, working smarter, not harder. As much as Capricorns are hardworking, I feel like we definitely can be lazy. We like to get things. We like to get people to do a lot of things for us. I don't think we talk about that enough. And we have the charisma, the manipulation skills, and tactics to get people to do a lot of things for us. Right? So people sometimes, I always see that like Capricorns run themselves ragged for people. In which we do sometimes, but we also are lazy, and we also will let other people do things for us. Depends on the capacity and how much of it are we responsible for. If it's something that we're responsible for, we may not get lazy in that aspect and let somebody else do it unless we know they're capable. Then we will release all hands. But very rarely do we find people that are as capable as us. And that becomes a dilemma for us. So again, Capricorns can be hardworking, but let me specify that we're working smarter, not harder. And we can be lazy when we want to be, right? When we just don't feel like doing stuff. For the most part, I feel like Capricorns work in extremes. Either I'm doing all of it or I'm doing nothing. It takes a lot for me to have a balance and be in between. And I feel like I have to go hard or go home, or literally do nothing at all. And I think that's where that laziness comes into play and the hardworking comes into play, because, I don't know, we're just very extreme and intense with almost everything we do. So it's like either you're going to get all of it or you're not going to get anything. We put all our eggs in the basket sometime, or literally no eggs in the basket at all. The next thing I have is loyal. That Capricorns are loyal. So for the most part, now I'm going to say that Capricorn men and women are a little bit different here. I always hear about the men cheating. There are Capricorn women that cheat too, but for the most part, I always hear that the men are always cheating. But for the most part, Capricorns are loyal. They're loyal as friends. There are people that you can confide in. December Capricorns, I feel like more than January. If you tell a December Capricorn a secret, they're gonna keep it. I feel like if you tell a January Capricorn, they're gonna tell everybody your business. Okay. But we are loyal, sometimes to a fault, sometimes to the wrong people, especially in love choices and situations, right? Yeah. The next one I got is that we're perfectionists. We are perfectionists, but the thing about Capricorns, which is different from other signs like a Virgo, we're willing to throw anything out at first to see what'll stick, and then we'll go with that, and then we'll fine tune that. So even though we are perfectionists, we do understand that things take time to come to perfection, right? And so we don't mind putting in the hard work, the loyalty, the dedication to making something perfect. So Capricorns aren't perfectionists and we just expect for it to be like perfect, like right then and there. We know that sometimes, now some of us are. I feel like it's the January ones more than the December ones. But for the most part, we do understand that you have to work on it, work on something, work through something, dedicate your time, attention to it for it to be perfect the way you want. Okay. The next thing I see about Capricorns are grudges. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's a January thing, but as far as for me being a Capricorn, and I have a Taurus moon, so Tauruses are known for holding grudges, but I think I don't hold grudges. I just don't forget what you did, and I'm just gonna leave you alone. Like, I don't know if it's a grudge, but maybe I can be considered a grudge. But I don't know, like, once you show a certain side to a Capricorn, you're out of my circle. Like, if I see how you move, if it doesn't align with the things that I believe in, I'm cutting you off. Like, I just don't like disloyalty. That's a big thing to me. I don't like people trying to make me feel stupid in public. Of course, any type of money trouble with somebody, I'm gonna consider it loss. I'm not gonna argue with people. I see how you move. I'm gonna remember it, and I'm just gonna move forward. So if that's what you want to call holding a grudge, then so be it. But Capricorns don't plot. We are karma. We're ruled by Saturn, so there's no reason for me to try to get back at you. Now, if you're coming for me, you know what I mean? Like, if we in battle, we in war, I'm going to definitely defend myself. I'm going to hold myself. I'm going to protect myself. I don't mean physically. I'm talking anything, metaphorically, whatever, emotionally. Like, I'm going to guard myself and do everything I can to remove myself away from the situation or whatever, or just, yeah. And then once you're out of my peripheral, I'm not thinking about you no more, like literally. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily holding a grudge. I just think that once I identify who you are, I'm going the other way. Next we have naive and wholesome. I'm going to say that Capricorns, even though we have a hard exterior, we're soft on the inside, and we expect what we give out. And so when we get that back, when we don't get that back, it kind of hurts us because we are naive and just really trying to see the good in people. And people don't really see that. For some reason, we think that we're heartless, and there's really none of that. We just have a hard exterior until you get to know us. But a Capricorn will believe you if you seem trustworthy. I've been called a little naive a little bit, but I'm just wholesome like that. I just want people to be true to me. You know what I mean? Like I would be true to them. So it can come off a little naive. Another one that people don't really talk about, and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, is Capricorns get embarrassed very easily. Right? Most of us tend to be introverted. The January Capricorns are more extroverted. I just made up a word. The January Capricorns are more extroverted than the December Capricorns. December Capricorns can be introverted. However, we can have extroverted personality, which is an ambivert, where you can do both, all right? So don't have any problem speaking in public. Even if we have those fears, we'll do it. However, we prefer to be inward, But we can embarrass easy, right? Some Capricorns are very candid, they're very blunt, and they will embarrass you on the spot. Other Capricorns, again, like I said, they want you to treat them how they treat you. Me, I wouldn't embarrass you. I'd pull you to the side. I'd text you. Like, if we're I'm going to look out. Because I don't like to be embarrassed. Another thing they say about Capricorns is that we're slow to fall in love. I don't know. I think that depends, because I see that sometimes I will guard. I feel like I've been hurt before, so I'll guard myself. But there's been times where I fell in love very fast. Capricorns love to fall in love, and we always have a messy love life. Like, it's messy as hell. Everything be so on point in our life, but then when it comes to our romantic relationships, it be a little messy. Another thing that I see that people like to say about Capricorns is that we're very practical. We like to take simple steps, do things very basic, very simple. I don't like overdoing stuff, right? When I have to do anything as far as work, figuring things out, strategizing, I'm going to the most basic thing, and I'm going to go from there. I don't like to, like I said, I like to work smarter, not harder. So you're not going to see me doing anything delusional when it comes to trying to get money, or anything else. Like, I'm going to be very realistic, and I'm going to have a very realistic approach to it. No matter how I feel about the situation, I know that I have to start from the bottom up, right? And that's how I'll pretty much work through things in my life. I don't know if there's anything else I can think of. Like I said, I just wanted to put this little video out here to all my Capricorn peeps, and just let me know, do you agree about some of these things? Are you a December Capricorn or a January Capricorn? And do any of these things apply to you? If you are a Capricorn moon, do you see how Capricorn fits into your life, right? How it comes out of you, all right? So this concludes my Capricorn personality reading. I'll talk to y'all later. Over and out.